wanting to switch things up a little bit. I don't have any tech-related articles that I want to read directly from this morning. However, in the coming days, I will be recording some podcasts looking back at Boston Dynamics #1. Some of the latest videos they've posted to their YouTube page actually answer the question I posed in the title of the podcast I recorded when we initially looked at the company and some of the advancements that they're making in warehouse robotics. I also want to talk again about NFTs a little bit. My hometown Cleveland Cavaliers NBA basketball team has recently partnered with a digital artist to display his NFT art pieces, I believe, around the Cavs arena during this upcoming season. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I think the Cavs are the first professional sports team to have this type of partnership. So we'll take a look at that. And I also want to talk. About Facebook's new virtual reality work from home metaverse thing that I'm still learning more about. But yeah, today I just want to talk about some of the cool hikes that I've recently been on because this is Black Man into the Wild. So this is going to sound so cliche, but last week I was really feeling the need to unplug, so I took Friday and the following Monday off of work to enjoy a 4-day weekend at the end of the summer, really to completely get away from the computer screen and get outdoors into nature. So on Friday, I hit up Cannon Beach on the northern Oregon coast. I considered knocking out some of the trails out there like Cape Falcon or going a little bit more south near Tillamook. They have a trail out there, Cape Lookout. But after reading some of the reviews on all trails and seeing that everybody was saying that the trail conditions were pretty muddy, I just decided to enjoy the beach. A little crowded, but not bad. I ran a couple miles along the coast, past Haystack Rock, and then hopped around some of the local restaurants. I will say, if you ever are in Cannon Beach, definitely check out the whiskey bar in town. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I think it's called like McGregor's, but I imagine that it should be the only one within a couple miles. So, yeah, pretty good drinks. Now we didn't get any food there, although their menu did look appetizing, and the people sitting next to us had something on both of their plates that looked pretty delicious. I just got an old-fashioned, and yeah, I can say that they pour with a heavy hand, so no complaints coming from me. Also, Tom's Fish and Chips, some of the best fish and chips that you'll ever have. If you ever find yourself in Cannon Beach, I'm telling you, definitely check them out. Their options for fish are halibut, salmon, and cod. I got the cod. They were out of the halibut and out of the salmon. But yeah, if you've ever been to Tom's Fish and Chips in Cannon Beach by chance, definitely leave a comment. I'd be interested in hearing your opinion. I was definitely pleasantly surprised. So yeah, that's how I spent my Friday. Saturday night, I camped out at Rachel Lake in the Okanogan-Wenatchee National Forest. That's about 3-4 hours north from where I am here. Got to the trailhead around 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday and hiked up about 2,500 feet over about 5.5 miles. The last mile was brutal. Straight incline, but the lake at the end was extremely well worth it. I got to the lake maybe around 6:30. Pitched the tent, set up the hammock. This was actually my first time bringing my dog on an overnight. I have a 3-year-old husky, and I was actually surprised at how well he did spending the night in the tent. It was a little bit hard at times to get him to lay down, but I mean we figured it out. So on Sunday morning, when we were hiking back down the trail and people were passing us on their way up, I got to thinking about how some of these hikes, you get so much more out of them when you do camp out. And it's because you get the opportunity to see the landscapes during different times of the day. Getting to see the moonlight reflect off of Rachel Lake in the evening and then to wake up to the sunrise over the hills, over the mountains in the morning. It doesn't really get much better than that, I promise. And I actually, have a vlog up. I think it's titled "Camping at Rachel Lake," and you can check that out. It's maybe 5 minutes long, but I tried to capture the essence of it, of the hike. So yeah, let me see. That's Saturday and Sunday. On Monday, before logging back into the simulation, drove a couple hours back up north to hike the Lewis River Falls Trail in the Gifford-Pinco National Forest. Honestly, one of the best trails I've done since moving out to the Pacific Northwest. It's about 9 miles long, only about 1,000 feet worth of elevation. 3 awesome waterfalls that are all very interactive, and really the whole trail goes along the Lewis River. So you get to hear and smell the water really the entire way. Now this is a trail that I had been to before, but I didn't complete. And really, I think the entire trail, if you do it from start to finish, it's about 27 miles. But yeah, the first time I got to this trail, I didn't finish it because once I got to the first waterfall, which is, from where I started, it was the lower falls. It was really so impressive that I ended up just staying there for a while and just taking in the energy from that flowing water. Now, I will say I do highly recommend this trail, but before heading out, make sure to visit one of the Forest Service websites. These days, for some of the trails in some of the forests, really some of the national forests, I should say, you may need an additional $2 forest pass that you have to purchase before arriving to the trailhead. And that'll be along with the $5 parking pass that you typically get at the trailhead if you don't already have the annual Discover Pass. So just in case you can't say I didn't warn you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I have really for this morning. And like I said at the top, over the next couple of days, really the couple of weeks coming up, and some of the podcasts I record, I do want to circle back to Boston Dynamics and find out, what exactly they've got going on as we wrap up the year. I want to talk again about the Cleveland Cavaliers and how they'll be incorporating NFTs this upcoming basketball season around their arena in Cleveland. And among other things, we'll take a look at what Facebook is doing to accelerate the adoption of virtual and augmented realities. Welcome to the new world.